Forget the towering skyscrapers built by humans. Right before your eyes, supernatural builders are crafting architectural wonders that would leave even the greatest human architects speechless. Get ready to witness a completely different world of architecture. A world where tiny creatures with delicate wings create structures so complex they defy the laws of physics. Can you believe there are birds on this planet that build nests like living fortresses? Not just shelters, but masterpieces of design, engineering, and instinct? These 15 extraordinary bird species will make you question whether humans are truly the only architects of nature. Prepare yourself for a journey that shatters the boundaries of perception, where every feather becomes a tool of construction, and instinct gives rise to architectural genius. Are you ready to be amazed? 15. The woodpecker, nature's master craftsman. We begin with one of the most skilled builders in the bird world, the woodpecker. These birds don't just peck at trees aimlessly. They are in fact constructing a perfect home, a safe haven to shelter and raise their young. What they create is not an ordinary nest. It's a unique architectural project showcasing incredible patience and precision. Their plan sounds simple, yet it's wildly ambitious. Find the right tree, drill a deep hole into the trunk, transform it into a home. With each tap of their beak acting like a delicate chisel, they carve out a sanctuary beat by beat, hour after hour. You can't help but marvel at their intense focus and relentless effort. Every knock is a step closer to a warm, secure space for the next generation. But there's something even more remarkable. This construction isn't just a race against time. It must be finished before the breeding season begins. And their talent doesn't stop at shelter building. Some woodpeckers even carve small side chambers into the tree. Tiny hidden pantries where they store food for the tougher seasons. This clever strategy ensures their chicks will never go hungry, even when resources run low. So next time you hear the steady tap, tap, tap of a woodpecker, remember, you're not just witnessing a bird making a home. You're seeing a meticulous architect building a nursery, a pantry, and a fortress all in one. 14. The sociable weaver, nature's high-rise architects. Prepare to be amazed by the sociable weaver, a bird that has redefined communal living in the most incredible way. These remarkable birds don't just build nests, they construct massive multi-family complexes, transforming trees and telephone poles into towering bird condominiums across the savanna. Made from grass, twigs, and leaves, their nests are enormous. So large, in fact, that from a distance they look like huts or haystacks suspended in the sky. But don't be fooled, this isn't chaos. It's a marvel of organization. Inside these mega nests, each family has its own room, a private chamber carved into the shared structure, proof that even in the avian world, privacy matters. These nests aren't just shelters, they're homes built to endure for decades, sometimes outlasting the trees that support them. They offer warmth in cold nights, shade during scorching days, and a stable, thriving space for generations of birds. It's like a sustainable apartment complex designed entirely by instinct. More than just impressive structures, these nests reflect a deeper intelligence, a blueprint for living together peacefully and efficiently. And here's the kicker. While most human homes struggle to balance comfort and environmental responsibility, these birds have built structures that are durable, functional, and entirely eco-friendly. How many of us can say our homes were built to last generations, invite friends and extended family, and still leave a light footprint on the planet? Perhaps we have more to learn from these birds than we realize. 13. The Montezuma oropendola, hanging wonders in the treetops. If you thought the previous birds were impressive, get ready to meet one of the most daring architects in the bird kingdom, the Montezuma oropendola. These adventurous birds are the thrill seekers of the avian world, and their nests? They look like something pulled straight out of an aerial adventure park. Each nest is crafted like a delicate hanging basket, woven skillfully from vines, fibers, and natural threads. Then, it's suspended from the very tips of the tallest, thinnest tree branches. Picture a hammock, but instead of lounging in it, it's cradling eggs high above the ground, swaying gently in the breeze. But this isn't just for style. It's brilliant engineering. By choosing such precarious, elevated spots, these birds have created a natural security system. Any predator trying to approach will shake the entire branch, triggering a warning ripple through the tree that alerts the birds instantly. The nest becomes not just a home, but a safety alarm, cradle, and hideout all in one. Inside, the chicks enjoy more than protection. They sway in the wind, gently rocked like babies in a treetop nursery, floating between sky and canopy. It's a perfect fusion of form and function, safety, comfort, and joy woven into every strand. With its elegance and clever positioning, the Montezuma Oropendolas nest is truly a masterpiece of natural architecture, a hanging fortress in the forest and a joyful home in the sky. 12. The Vogelkop bowerbird, nature's master artist. You've heard of great artists in the human world, but did you know that in the world of birds there's a true genius of architecture and design? Meet the Vogelkop bowerbird, a creature whose talent goes far beyond nest building. This bird is not just a builder. It's a performer, a decorator, a visionary. For the Vogelkop bowerbird, the nest isn't just a shelter. It's a stage, an exhibition, a living gallery, all meticulously designed to impress a potential mate. It starts with a simple framework of twigs, but what makes this bird truly astonishing is what comes next. Decoration. Leaves, flowers, berries, shiny beetle shells, colorful petals, even bits of glass or metal. Whatever catches light, color, or texture, the male bird collects and arranges. Each object is chosen with purpose, each placement deliberate. Why? Because this isn't just about beauty, it's about showing off creativity, intelligence, and dedication to the watching female. Some bowerbirds go even further, designing a decorated pathway that leads the female into the bower like a red carpet lined with carefully curated treasures. It's not just a nest, it's an immersive experience. These bowers are rebuilt constantly, tweaked and rearranged, like a gallery that's always being updated for its most important visitor. And here's the magic. The better the display, the higher the chances of winning a mate. It's not brute strength or flashy feathers that attract a partner. It's artistry, precision, and flair. In this corner of the wild, architecture meets aesthetics, and the Vogelkop bowerbird becomes both an architect and an artist, creating not just a home, but a symbol of passion, creativity, and wild intelligence. 11. The bio-weaver, the precision architects of the bird world. Among nature's greatest engineers, few are as meticulous and dedicated as the bio-weaver. These tiny birds aren't content with just piling sticks into a nest. No, they craft true architectural marvels, woven with such precision that even Swiss watchmakers would be impressed. Each nest is a masterpiece. A hanging basket, woven from long blades of grass, tightened and twisted into a seamless structure. Strong, beautiful, secure. Watching a bio-weaver build is like watching a live performance of instinctive genius. The male bird uses both its beak and its feet, tying knots, threading loops, and locking each strand into place, weaving not randomly, but methodically, strand by strand. And the design? It's more than just clever, it's strategic. Each nest features a narrow tubular entrance leading to a rounded inner chamber. This shape makes it extremely difficult for predators to reach the warm, hidden eggs inside. A fortress in the trees, suspended like a medieval castle with a hanging drawbridge, but instead of stone, it's made from sun-dried grass, and instead of standing on land, it sways safely among the branches. What's even more remarkable is the determination of the male weavers. They don't build just one nest, they often construct several, each one designed to impress potential mates. Every twist of grass is a statement. Look at what I can build. Imagine what kind of home I could create for our future. These nests aren't just shelters. They are monuments to patience, creativity, and tireless effort. Proof that greatness doesn't always roar. Sometimes it quietly weaves its way through the treetops. 10. The southern masked weaver, the climate-conscious craftsman. Next on our list is the southern masked weaver, a master builder whose architectural skills go far beyond beauty. They're rooted in survival and smart design. Like its cousin, the bio weaver, this bird weaves its nest from strips of grass, but with a level of care and planning that reflects something extraordinary: climate awareness. Living under the intense sun of sub-Saharan Africa, the southern masked weaver doesn't just build for shelter. It builds for cooling, airflow, and defense. Each nest is oriented strategically, positioned to face away from prevailing winds and harsh sunlight. Ventilation is built right into the design, keeping the inner chamber cool even under scorching temperatures. The bird selects its materials with the eye of an engineer, only choosing grass that's flexible, strong, and resistant to the elements. The result? A tightly woven masterpiece with a shaded porch-like entrance and a warm inner dome where chicks stay protected from both predators and heat. Every nest is uniquely adapted to the needs of its builder, a personal expression of skill, instinct, and environmental wisdom. But perhaps the most fascinating part? These birds start fresh every year. When the breeding season ends, they don't cling to the past. They dismantle their nests and prepare to build all over again. Because for the southern masked weaver, every season is a chance to create something better, a new home, a fresh start, and another reminder that true craftsmanship is about function, form, and fearless renewal. 9. The hummingbird. Tiny builder, grand design. When it comes to architecture, size isn't everything. And no bird proves that better than the hummingbird. These birds may be among the smallest in the world, but their nests? They are technical marvels filled with clever adaptations and delicate engineering. Instead of building large or showy homes, the hummingbird opts for something compact and efficient. A perfect little cup woven from spider silk and plant fibers. It's soft, flexible, and surprisingly strong. A minimalist masterpiece. But here's the genius. The spider silk gives the nest elasticity, so as the chicks grow, the nest gently stretches with them, like a tiny house that expands as the family grows. Imagine your apartment adjusting itself each time you bring home new furniture. That's the level of adaptability we're talking about. And it doesn't stop there. The nest is often camouflaged with moss and lichen, blending it so seamlessly into the branch that predators pass by without ever noticing. It's not just smart, it's nearly invisible. The hummingbird nest may be small, but it's built with care, precision, and purpose. A structure that's strong, flexible, protective, and perfectly suited to its builder's tiny scale. This little bird may weigh less than a coin, but its architectural talent? It speaks volumes about nature's power to create greatness in the smallest of forms. 8. The African jacana, the floating architects. Why build a nest on land when you can build it on water? If you thought nesting on solid ground was difficult, the African jacana takes things to a whole new level by building its nest on floating lily pads. These remarkable birds not only walk across water using lily leaves as stepping stones, they also construct their nest directly on top of them using aquatic plants and carefully selected debris. The result? A floating foundation, skillfully anchored to underwater vegetation to keep it from drifting. This isn't just a nest. It's a buoyant natural houseboat, engineered for both stability and survival. What's truly incredible is the jacana's innate ability to assess the strength and balance of its floating platform, making sure it can support not just the delicate eggs, but also the weight of a full-grown parent bird. This is floating real estate, designed with the precision of an engineer and the instincts of a survivor. In a world where water poses danger to most nesting birds, the African jacana transforms it into a safe, protective cradle, sheltered from land predators and hidden in the gentle sway of the wetlands. It's not just a nest. It's a miracle of adaptation, a floating nursery that defies conventional limits and turns the impossible into the perfectly natural. 7. The swallow, nature's master builders with mud and saliva. Swallows are some of the most skillful nest builders in the bird world, and they showcase their talent with a truly unique building material, mud and saliva. Yes, you read that right, bird saliva. These birds collect mud and mix it with their own sticky saliva to create nests that look like sturdy cups, firmly attached to vertical surfaces, whether it's cliff faces, building walls, or any upright structure they find suitable. Imagine a super strong natural glue that lets them fix their nests securely to walls, defying gravity and the elements. But it's not just about sticking nests to walls. The real genius lies in the nest design, crafted to withstand the harshest weather conditions, rain, wind, and storms alike. The cup-shaped nests protect the delicate chicks inside, offering a warm, safe refuge that lasts through seasons. If you ever doubted the power of bird saliva, the swallow will impress you with its incredible natural adhesive, turning mud and spit into an architectural marvel. 6. The hornbill, builders of the giant fortresses. The hornbill is one of the most impressive architects in the bird world, following the motto, "Go big or go home." These birds build giant nests, sometimes as large as a small house, spanning nearly 6 feet across, crafted from thousands of twigs stacked with a seemingly chaotic yet highly organized method. But these aren't just big piles of sticks, they are real fortresses. Inside the enormous nest, hornbills create a complex system of chambers, including a drying room to keep the interior safe from moisture. Imagine building a castle with secret hallways and hidden rooms, but instead of stone and mortar, it's all made from twigs and mud. What's incredible is that these giant nests are extremely sturdy, strong enough to support the weight of a full-grown human. Of course, don't try climbing into a hornbill nest yourself. Leave that daring job to the brave soldiers of nature. 5. The tailor bird, nature's master seamstress. Imagine being a bird so meticulous. Your home is a masterpiece of fashion and function. Welcome to the world of the tailor bird. Small but passionate architects with an eye for design, these birds don't use needles and thread, but their beaks act like tiny sewing tools, stitching leaves together with incredible skill. Using spider silk or plant fibers, they carefully sew the edges of leaves to form pouch-shaped nests that look like little green tents, perfectly camouflaged with their surroundings. This craftsmanship isn't just for beauty. Their nests are sophisticated shelters, providing warmth and protection, keeping the chicks safe and hidden from curious predators. If the tailor bird's nest were a piece of architecture, it would be the couture of the bird world. Delicate, precise, and infinitely elegant, yet quiet and unassuming in the treetops. 4. The sociable weaver, the skyscraper architects of the bird world. If the tailor bird is a fashion designer, then the sociable weaver is a visionary architect building ambitious high-rises. These birds are famous for constructing gigantic communal nests on tall trees, utility poles, buildings, or any tall structure they can find. What makes sociable weaver nests stand out is that they aren't built for privacy. They're built to be seen. Year after year, these birds return to their nests, adding twigs and grass to expand their homes, growing the structures larger and more impressive over time. Some of these nests can weigh hundreds of pounds, becoming true skyscrapers in the bird kingdom. But these nests are more than just homes. They are community centers, bustling with life. Not only do sociable weaver families live here, but other species like sparrows and starlings may also move in. These massive nests are reused and renovated every year, growing bigger and stronger, like a natural accumulation of architectural jewelry. Except instead of gems, it's twigs and grass. A testament to nature's incredible skill at building durable, lasting communities. 3. The African weaver, the fortress builders of the forest. The African weaver doesn't just build nests, they create true fortresses nestled high in the treetops. These birds are like mobile ironclads in the bird world, and crafting circular nests so intricate and secure, they would make any security system jealous. Their construction is meticulous. They weave branches and twigs tightly together, then reinforce the structure with mud, much like how humans use concrete to strengthen buildings. Inside, the nests are lined with soft materials from wool to pet fur, making their homes not just safe, but warm and cozy, like a luxury apartment in the forest canopy. Imagine a high-security safe room in the middle of the wild, they built to withstand the harshest weather, rain, snow, or blazing sun. With this design, the African weaver can live comfortably, no matter what nature throws their way, providing a perfect shelter for their precious chicks. 2. The Great Crested Grebe, the Floating Architects. Welcome to the unique world of the Great Crested Grebe, master architects of the watery realms. Unlike many birds who build nests on solid ground, the grebe never chooses dry land. If you thought building a nest on the ground was challenging, the grebe will amaze you with its floating nests. A true marvel of nature. These birds build their homes right on the water's surface, using aquatic plants they gather from beneath the water. But these nests aren't simple rafts, they are carefully crafted floating houses. What makes them truly remarkable is the natural anchor below the water, a sort of biological mooring system that keeps the nest stable. Even more amazing is how these nests adapt to changing water levels. They can rise and fall with the water, ensuring the chicks remain in the best conditions. When it's cold, the nest sinks slightly below the water to keep the young warm, and when it's hot, it floats higher to keep them dry. It's like a giant waterbed that adjusts perfectly to its environment. A living, breathing home designed by nature's finest engineers. 1. The swift, the vertical nest builders. Step into the extraordinary world of the swift, masters of living life vertically. Unlike most birds who build nests on trees or the ground, the swift chooses sheer walls and towering cliffs as its home. If you thought building a nest on flat surfaces was hard, wait until you hear how the swift creates its masterpiece on a nearly vertical wall. The secret? Their saliva, a natural glue unlike anything else in the bird world. Gathering tiny twigs and leaves, the swift uses this sticky saliva to bond everything tightly together, fixing the nest firmly to the rock face or wall. The result? A sturdy, cup-shaped nest, strong enough to hold both parents and their growing chicks. But there's more to this story. By building nests in such unreachable places, the swift creates a fortress against predators. This means their young grow up in a safe haven, protected by sheer rock and the swift's ingenious building skills. It's not just a nest. It's a smart survival strategy and a vertical masterpiece, a home crafted by nature's cleverest architects.